Hi, I'm Johnny Ritchie, and welcome to this edition of the Rockwell Chronicles. In today's episode, we're going to head down to Mesquite, Nevada for the Mesquite Off-Road Weekend and Nitro Circus Beyond Pro Race. Brought to you by Edge Power Sports, Nitro Circus, and of course, Rockwell Time. It's an amazing event. I promise you're going to want to stay tuned for that. But coming up first, we teamed up with Lane Russell and Who We Are Productions to bring you the inspirational story of Tanner Godfrey as he tries to cement his place in the Guinness World Records with the longest UTV jump. Should be pretty exciting. Check it out.
Tanner Godfrey is my nephew, and as an amateur athlete, he was right on the verge of turning pro.
Tanner was always the best one out of all of us. Every race we've gone to, Tanner just dominated.
Tanner growing up and riding motorcycles, the thing that I noticed quickly about him is the other kids would get distracted real easy. They were off chasing girls or doing whatever, and Tanner was the one that was definitely the most focused, and he wanted it. He was driven.
I just loved racing. I loved being out there. I loved the competition. I ended up taking the overall amateurs for Utah, and then I was going to move up to the expert class the next year.
He was doing great, and he had the #1 in Utah, just graduated from high school, and they were going down to race over Thanksgiving. I was never worried.
We were down at Mesquite for the Thanksgiving race. We're doing the practice Thursday, and my dad was going, and someone crashed in front of him going up this hill, and he hit him, and he flipped over the bars and compressed fractured T6, 7, and 8, which is right behind your sternum. The next day was the race, and we just, like any other day, get ready and go out there, and the same spot on the course where my dad crashed the day before. Ended up going over the bars about 50 miles an hour and just landed on my head.
I was there the day that happened. It was really hard.
I remember when I first found out that Tanner had wrecked. I came home and I had a missed call from my mom, and I thought that was kind of weird, so I called her back, and she had told me that Tanner had wrecked and he's on life flight.
I got the call, and it was Scott, and he said, "Where should we take Tanner, to Las Vegas or to the U?" And I'm like, "Why?" And he's like, "Well, he's broke his back."
I just laid there and it felt like a truck had hit me in the chest. And once I got in the ambulance, I could still feel everything. Everything was tingly, like when your foot falls asleep or something, you get pins and needles. It was kind of like that. And then I got thrown on a final stretcher to fly up here to the U of U hospital, and everything was numb from the sternum down.
He had a lot of people that came and saw him.
I don't think there was one day I didn't visit him in the hospital. He might not have known it. He might have been asleep, but I visited him every day.
I had visitors from when I woke up till I went to bed pretty much.
It was hard taking care of him as if he was a 2-year-old again. That's hard for an 8-year-old boy to have his mom take care of him again. I knew this would be devastating, but I knew that we would find the good.
Life-altering circumstances are part of everything. You could be driving down the road and get in a car accident. Life is chance, and life is not a spectator sport. That's kind of how our industry looks at this, because it's definitely prevalent all the time, where kids are getting paralyzed or hurt or or some kind of accident, and you just have to deal with that. That's a fact of life.
And they said that I'd live a good life in a wheelchair, and I just said, to hell with you guys, I'll be fine. And I'll walk again.
Tanner's out there riding a motorcycle when he probably shouldn't be. It's okay if he'd ride it, just normal, but you guys don't do things normal.
Tanner's story is different because he's still in the middle of his journey, but he's doing what he loves. And he's not letting his injury stop him. He's not a 100% success story. And that's the way life is. Like, you're not going to always have 100% success in everything. And so his story is so great because he's fighting so hard against the impossible and still doing what he loves.
I've been a type 1 diabetic since I've been 6 years old. It has made me a fighter, it has made me strong, but more importantly, I'm looking for a cure. But my friends at JDRF have my back. They are working night and day trying to find a cure for type 1 diabetes, and that would seriously rock. The good people at JDRF test themselves every day so that someday I won't have to. Your help really does help, and together we're gonna find a cure. JDRF, improving lives, curing type 1 diabetes.
Mr. Pop. Eat.
Rockwell Time is proud to announce our collegiate team partnership with BYU, Utah State, and the University of Utah. To see the full line of university watches, visit universityofrockwell.com.
Meet Johnny, a professional stuntman.
Even as a child, Johnny had a tendency to make extreme decisions. This tendency persisted as he got older. Johnny's behavior has given him a number of aches and pains over the years. He needs a doctor, but he's been down that road before. All to find out that Johnny needs an MRI. But wait, Johnny has an idea. A very good idea. Not that Johnny. This. Johnny goes to USMRI, where the professionals quickly, accurately, and affordably identify Johnny's problem. Now he can get back to his thrills with no fear. Call now and save up to 75% off of hospital prices.
McGee's Elite, your one-stop shop for trophies, awards, engraving, and sports memorabilia. You name it, we can frame it. Team apparel, signed posters, music memorabilia, awards, custom engraving, Rockwell watches, and everything in between. Check us out on Facebook or visit us at one of our 2 Utah locations. Remember, if you name it, we can frame it here at McGee's Elite.
Accidents happen. And a lot of other things. For all your legal needs, one law.
Edge Products, the premier name for truck performance, brings you the Evolution CS and CTS line of tuners. Whether you're interested in fuel economy, towing, or performance, Edge Products will improve your vehicle's efficiency. Monitor vital engine data, customize your truck's performance, read and clear check engine lights, perform other diagnostics, and simplify trailering using Edge's backup camera. Visit www.tuneyourtruck.com to learn more about how Edge can enhance your drive.
Ready for a serious thrill? Take it to the extreme with Flow Rider and iFly at the Solomon Center in Ogden. Where else can you surf in Utah? Beginner to advanced riders love Flow Rider because of its thrill of challenging the wave. Or check out iFly and soar in a 30-foot vertical wind tunnel with winds up to 175 miles per hour and experience a rush like nothing else. Get your gift cards today at www.iflyutah.com. Take it to the extreme with iFly and Flow Rider at the Solomon Center in Ogden.
Welcome back to the Rockwell Chronicles. Coming up right now, Tanner Godfrey attempts the world record in his UTV.
Tonight is something really special. We have all the craziest rednecks from Mesquite all in one room for one reason. Tanner Godfrey is going to jump and make a world record in a side-by-side machine that no one has ever done before. Guinness World Record book is here. They're going to document and record Tanner Godfrey jumping a world record using a stick.
This is the world record stick. This is the only thing I care about. I'm going to take it and frame it and put it in my office. This is what he drives with. That's the handle.
This stick's made out of aluminum. Tanner has a broken back. He can't use his feet.
Been knocked down. He was paralyzed, broke his back in this spot. 5 years later, comes back.
Tanner finally gets to debut his certain skill set, and that's driving with the stick and setting a world record. It's amazing.
So stoked for him, but I'm really glad it's not me. I'm like, no, he's awesome. You know, I really look up to Tanner and just like how gnarly of a person he is just through everything he's been through.
Everyone is here supporting. It's truly inspiring for me to watch my cousin set a world record.
I give him props, so I'm just real stoked to watch him jump tonight.
Oh yeah, he'll do it. He'll break it. He'll shatter it. No problem. You know, I'm not worried about that. But it's just cool. We got everybody here to experience it with us. I love parties, so this is a good one.
5 years ago, this man here had an accident here in Mesquite. Look at him. The doctors told him he would never walk again. Tanner Godfrey! Tanner, you told those doctors, to hell with you. I am walking again. I am riding. And tonight is your night because he is putting down a world
guys. Here we are, Tanner, 5 years later. I mean, it was a hard moment. We found out you were paralyzed. And, you know, it's been 5 years. I'm trying it. So, give me your wildcat, go do this thing. I'm not content, buddy. This is what Tanner drives with. A stick. So if he screws up and misses the throttle or the brake, anyway, it's a stick.
Guys, since Tanner he just called out Aaron Wheels fathering him. He said that he needs a partner in crime.
Wheels, he's done bigger jumps than that. You're good. I was getting ready to scream for you, man. Now I get to scream with you. Yeah, you're gonna scream with me now. I hope I don't break my. Oh my gosh.
Feel great, went great. I'm pumped. Yeah, I had to listen to him scream, so it was good. It was worth it.
All right, well, there you have it. Tanner Godfrey cementing his place in the Guinness Book of World Records. Not only did he beat the record, he absolutely smashed it. Congratulations, Tanner. You're a true inspiration. And what a great way to kick off the weekend for the Mesquite Off-Road and Nitro Circus Beyond Pro Show. Coming up next.
Meet Johnny, a professional stuntman. Even as a child, Johnny had a tendency to make extreme decisions. This tendency persisted as he got older. Johnny's behavior has given him a number of aches and pains over the years. He needs a doctor, but he's been down that road before. All to find out that Johnny needs an MRI. But wait, Johnny has an idea. A very good idea. Not that, Johnny. This. Johnny goes to USMRI, where the professionals quickly, accurately, and affordably identify Johnny's problem. Now he can get back to his thrills with no fear. Call now and save up to 75% off of hospital prices.
McGee's Elite, your one-stop shop for trophies, awards, engraving, and sports memorabilia. You name it, we can frame it. team apparel, signed posters, music memorabilia, awards, custom engraving, Rockwell watches, and everything in between. Check us out on Facebook or visit us at one of our 2 Utah locations. Remember, if you name it, we can frame it here at McGee's Elite.
Accidents happen. And a lot of other things. For all your legal needs, one law.
So the Mesquite Off-Road Weekend is insane. Basically what Brian Green and Greg Godfrey have done is said, look, let's put on the most crazy event that we could think of. First off, let's get the Enduro Cross guys out here, then the Trials bikes, then the ATVs. How about the UTVs? Let's get all these guys down here to Mesquite. We'll have them compete. So we have the Enduro Cross is probably one of the more popular events right now in the X Games. This thing is gaining so much traction. And for those who've never seen Enduro Cross, we've got the best guys in the world. Literally, not just here in the West, not in the United States, but in the world. Brian Green and Greg Godfrey have done a great job of opening the doors and saying, hey, we want the best to come and compete. And by doing so, we're gonna give away some prize money. So basically they ride as hard as they can for 20 minutes. Then they have one final lap. They have to complete the course. And when they do that, they're ranked. Now for any weekend warrior, you can sign up for this thing and be a part of it. And they really wanted to get not only the best guys, but also the guys that are the weekend warriors. And so what Off-Road Weekend has done is really opened their doors and said, hey guys, come out and compete. So you got the guys doing it on the 4 wheels. So you got the UTVs and the ATVs. So the Nitro Circus Beyond Pro Show is unlike anything you have ever seen. In fact, this is the first time in the world that it's taken place. You've got Endurocross, you've got the FMX guys, UTV, ATV, and Trials bike, all on the same track, all at the same time. Well, that's a wrap for this edition of the Rockwell Chronicles. I want to thank you so much for tuning in, and I want to thank all of the competitors that were there for the Mesquite Off-Road Weekend. It was a first, but I promise it won't be a last. For everyone here at the Rockwell Compound, I'm Johnny Ritchie. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Ain't gonna happen. Not today.
That's really fun. It scared the living hell out of me the first time I had it. It's been a long time.